Okay, today we are going to make my mom's zucchini casserole recipe. It's one of my favorites, and I called her about a week ago and asked for this recipe, and then I went and picked up some zucchinis. I don't know, I think Robert had said something along the lines of he wasn't sure if he liked zucchini or if he'd ever had it or something like that. So we're going to try this recipe. It's one of my favorites. I can't wait to get started. So don't mind my dirty dishes in the background. We're still working on cleaning stuff up. Anyway, I know I should be cleaning before making a mess, but we're just gonna make the mess and just do all the cleaning later tonight. Anyway, so I've got I've got 2 cups of rice in my rice maker, and anybody who has ever made rice knows this, but maybe you don't. But you do 2 cups of water. So it's a cup. It's a cup for every cup of rice. So equal water to equal rice. So if you do 1 cup of rice, you do 1 cup of water. If you do a half cup of rice, you do a half cup of water. So here I'm going to add my 2 cups. Since it's regular rice, you can use minute rice and just put the minute rice right into your casserole without having to cook it. But since we're doing regular rice, we have to cook it ahead of time before adding it to the casserole. So I got my things started. I got to get my lid. I'm not very organized. So while that is cooking, I've got my hamburger thawing in some hot water. Since we have to brown the hamburger ahead of time, I'm probably going to end up thawing the rest of it in the microwave. The reason why you don't normally thaw hamburger in the microwave is because the microwave sometimes will cook some of it and then it won't hold together, but we don't want it to hold together anyway because it's a casserole. It's all going to be browned anyway. When some of it's thawed, I go ahead and put it in for like 30 seconds at a time or a minute at a time and then check it, and then all the meat that's actually thawed I take off of the frozen piece and put it into my pan that I'm going to use, and then put this back in to continue thawing everything. So then that way we're not deliberately cooking the meat, on the outside of it. We want to be sure to just thaw as much as possible and just get it off the frozen so you can cook it. Okay, for my mom's recipe, she never seasoned her meats because she wasn't allowed to have salt and my dad wasn't allowed to have sugar. So actually everything in our house was bland. And we kind of seasoned things as we went, as we wanted. So there was a lot of ketchup. Us kids ate a lot of ketchup when we were kids. But I like to season my meat, and I also like to pour a little vinegar. I've got my white vinegar. Pour a little bit of that in there because it'll give it a little bit of like a salt flavor, and it also removes a lot of the fat and grease out of it when you're browning it. So I always put vinegar. I'm also going to add maybe a little bit of oregano. Since we're doing a red tomato sauce, I gotta tell you, I didn't realize that we didn't have red tomato sauce in my pantry until just a minute ago, so I had to run to the store. And I'm wearing shorts, and it's like 30 degrees out. Ooh, so I'm a little chilled. Anyway, I do meat flavor. There's other, whatever you want though, but since we're doing tomato sauce, you can kind of make it however you wish that you think would taste good with tomato sauce. Italian seasonings like oregano and Parmesan cheese, that kind of stuff will, however you think. Garlic is always great, and garlic's good for you. I love garlic. I actually like to put fresh garlic. I don't think I have any fresh garlic. Maybe next time I do this recipe I'll add some fresh garlic, but for now we're just going to do it this way. Oh my god, that is one potent onion. Woo! The other thing I do is take my onions and, of course I chop them up, and I always brown them with my hamburger. I cook them in with browning my hamburger. Holy cow, my eyes are on fire. There's nothing in there.
No.
But that's why I need you. The most important part of doing anything in my kitchen in my house is having my assistant. Hi, assistant. Okay, all of this stuff. We need our corn. We're going to add a can of corn. My mom didn't always, but...
And then this.
Yeah, and any of these are optional. Any of this is optional. But, and then this, and then your zucchini. All of that needs to go into the pot. Can you do that for me?
Yep.
I drain my hamburger with a strainer to get all of the grease and everything off of it, but it never fails that when you do a lot of vinegar like I did, the meat doesn't fully cook through, so I'm putting it back on the stove after drained to continue to cook the rest of the way through. Okay, now I'm cutting my zucchini. First I'm going to cut the end off. I also cut this little bitty end off, but just as thin as possible so we don't waste anything. Now we're going to cut the zucchini in half, lengthwise, and then we'll cut them each in half again. And then from here, it's real easy because you can just go slice them just like that, and then you have your little sections of zucchini. The other thing to remember is that with zucchini, if you're going to use a large zucchini, you have to skin it first, but with these tiny ones, you don't have to because the skin will soften up, and actually it's got a lot of nutrients in the skin. How's it coming, Munchkin? Should I put a little water in that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's always a little bit of sauce left, and you want to get all of it out. It never hurts to put a little water in it, and to just to kind of rinse it out and get the rest of the sauce out. Now we've added our rice. We might need to add more sauce just to help. Whoa!
Yeah.
To help break up some of this rice. We got hamburger coming too, so we're gonna need more sauce anyway. I'm glad I got 2 jars. 'Cause it's cold out there.
My one.
On your spoon?
Yeah.
Oh no! She's adding the second jar of sauce. We've already added the hamburger and mixed that in. You're doing a wonderful job. You already knew that though, huh?
Yeah. Now I need this side. Onion.
Oh, did you make a mess? Ah!
Now I did this stuff on yours.
Oh no!
That is weird.
That is weird. Put water in there to about the label. Shake it up to get the rest of it, especially if it's going to be in a casserole because it's going to help cook the zucchini and everything. You mean to open it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful. Now we'll mix it all together.
Wait. I love burger.
You love burger?
Yes.
What about the other stuff?
No.
What's in there? What all do we put in there?
More sauce.
More sauce? What else?
More sauce.
What's the green stuff? What's the green stuff?
I know.
Tell me.
I can't tell you.
Please.
No.
Tell me what the green stuff is. Tell me what the green stuff is and I'll get you some Pepsi.
Okay.
What's it called? Zucchini?
Yeah, teeny.
Zucchini. Okay, it's zucchini. We got zucchini casserole.
This Pepsi now.
Okay, honey. Okay, I've got my oven set to 350 and we're going to time it for 1 hour. Got it in there with a lid on it. You can do it for either an hour or when your zucchini's done, so when it's nice and soft, if any of you have never had zucchini before, when it's nice and soft all the way through. I know it's kind of hard to check, but I would grab something from kind of in the middle and see if it's completely done. But we'll check it in an hour and we'll see. We'll see where we're at. Okay, and it's done. Our zucchini is just, it's soft and mushy, mostly on the outside and a little bit crunchy on the inside, which is kind of how it's going to be. It's absolutely delicious. Normally you sprinkle like grated cheese, like Parmesan cheese, or shredded cheese. We were going to do shredded cheese, but apparently somebody had used that up as well, and I'm not running back out to the store to get it right now because it's cold out. So we're going to eat it as is. Are you ready to eat?
Yep.
All right. Is that your happy dance? Or is it your hungry dance?
I need it.
Your hungry dance? Give me the hungry dance. Give me a big hungry dance. Okay, just kidding.